now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
And we're back, counting down just seconds before tip-off here in Panic Gym. North against Denver East. Now, we talked before about the keys to the game, and now we're coming up on tip-off.
And just seeing them out there on the court, you really see the height advantage that these Angels have. They have to take advantage of that. They have to be physical and win the game in the paint.
I'll take the play-by-play, that's fine. And the Angels win the tip-off. It's off to Kiavi Taylor, who then dishes it out to Michelle Cox. Back outside to Lyric Calhoun. Sally takes it. Back out to Cox. Into Sally for an easy 2.
It's a great way to start the game. You could see Sally lining up on the perimeter, wondering what she's doing outside. The backdoor cut, easy look. Nice start to the game for the Angels.
A good 2 by Mika Lamori. Tough break on the outside. She hasn't been doing very well from the three-point line this year. All right, Cox takes it up. Dishes it out to Calhoun. Oh, and Kiavi Taylor saves it, and she draws the foul. Now, it's essential for North not to foul early in the game.
With East's presence down in the lane, you could see them getting into foul trouble really early. Nice make there. East averaging 58% on the year from the line, so that's probably something that's going to come into play tonight. Got to improve on that. And there we see the dominance down.
Easy put up by Vigil. A great play capitalizing on her height advantage. Back out to number 25. That is Machado. Oh, it's brought out by Calhoun there. Segura finding no place to go, dishes it out. Back out to Lamori. Oh, Lamori with a costly mistake there. Fast break for East. Up to Taylor, and it's up for a good 2. Angels looking dominant here in the first couple minutes. North coach Pierre French going to have something to talk to his team about.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense.
Angels doing everything right. They just look like they're the physically dominant team so far. Faster, stronger, and taller, and fundamentally sound in the early going. Angels throwing a zone defense here, switching things up. Looks like lots of trapping.
Oh, and the ball's out.
North doesn't quite know what they're doing.
Lamori not going to find that ball. Lamori being shut down early here, but we could definitely see a big game from her. She is a sophomore captain. Angels bring
Michelle
the ball
Cox
up.
bringing it up over to Lyric, back to Cox, back to Franny again in the wing. And down low to Franny, and same layup. That's the exact same play we saw earlier. The backdoor cut from Franny with the lob down under. If North can't figure out a way to stop that play, they are going to be trouble, because right now that is all day.
And another costly mistake out to Taylor for another easy 2. Angels are just running a layup drill right now. North has yet to score.
We said at the beginning of the game that the Angels needed to dominate the paint, and that's exactly what they're doing so far. Every point coming as an easy layup. Nothing from the outside. They're doing a great job getting to the basket.
Lamori with another costly mistake. Now, looks like that there is a substitution on the play. Variable is in. Now the ball's bringing up by Cox. Back to Franny, using her height advantage. Oh, dishes it out. And a beautiful bank 3 by number 12, Calhoun.
Beautiful. East can do no wrong so far in the early going, and North, they look a little bit overwhelmed. They got to find a way to try to settle into this game.
All right, now Mollet. Back to Lamori. Right now. And Variable coming off the bench to score the Vikings' first points of the game. East looks, and the first turnover committed by the Angels, and a quick foul by the Angels too.
Probably
in the
a
backcourt.
good foul there by Michelle. When you're dominating this strong in the early game, you don't want to give up easy baskets. You don't want to get the Vikings feeling comfortable. So
I agree.
Take the foul, make them run the half-court offense, make them beat you the old-fashioned way.
And once again, we're seeing Taylor with a jump ball is called.
The
Possession
will stay with the Vikings.
Yep. Vikings trying to bring it in, but another turnover, another fast break, and that ball goes out.
You know, the Angels are getting turnovers just about every time down, and once they get one, they're off and running. They're not dinking around at all. They get it and they're gone. A sub here for the Angels. Elia Brown checking into the game.
Sally throwing the ball in. Ball goes out.
Lyric for
Puts
3.
it up for the 3, and it's nothing but net. Calhoun with 2 threes already.
The Angels cannot miss a shot in the early going here.
That's true. Only one shot has been missed on a pretty easy fast break, and now the Vikings are looking tongue-tied. And it's an awful air ball by Elia Brown. She knows she can do better.
And the East Angels going to the bench early. Looks like a wholesale substitution here. The starters did their job, jumping out to a 15-point lead only 4 minutes into the game.
Now the Angels look to capitalize, resting their starters.
Nice play by Mary Segura.
What do you think of this move here?
By
Resting their entire starting lineup, nearly only minutes into the game.
I mean, at this point, there's not really much more the starters could prove. Once you've got the game this dominant, this much under control, might as well get the backups in there, get them some playing time, see if they can continue this strong effort.
Well, I see that, but I mean, the game's only been going on for so long. Maybe you should wait till after the first quarter to do this.
Yeah,
this is just looking embarrassing.
You could argue it both ways. But the Angels still wasting no time. That's Cecilia Wolf with the layup. Way to battle through, be strong underneath the basket there.
Ball is brought up by Lamori. Lamori, the sophomore leader of this team. She's got a lot of heart, but she's not getting a lot done here early. And Jones bringing it down. Stops for the 3. No good, but Angels with the offensive board. Puts it up. No good. Jump ball and possession will go to the Angels. Number 3 comes on for Denver North. That is Leslie Aguilar. A junior standing at 5'5". And East continues its offensive plan. Ball's out. 3 and the key is called on the Angels.
Cecilia Wolf with the penalty there.
A pretty easy mistake, but I guess
it happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes.
And really, you're trying to dominate. You're trying to
Oh!
establish your presence, and you don't know how strict the refs are
Cecilia
gonna be.
Wolf
Looks
trying
like
to
she was
draw the foul, trying to draw the charge.
Just couldn't quite get set up. Her feet were still moving. Probably a good call there. Elia Brown to inbound the ball. Oh, nice
That
pass.
ball's up. And North play looking sloppy. That ball's to Gutierrez, then to Jones. Jones back out. Out on the key to Cecilia Wolf, who puts it up for the nice 2. Cecilia Wolf coming off the bench and dominating the paint, just like her predecessor, who was out here for a good 4 minutes before she came off, Franny Sally. East showing that even their subs can dominate the paint.
I'm not sure about that call. Call to reach. I didn't see it, but it could have gone either way. Definitely an aggressive play. Elia Brown again to inbound the ball.
And that is a
she's
horrible
running it away.
inbound. Out to Gutierrez, who puts it up. No good.
That's one you
It
got.
comes back the other way with their fast-paced offense. Still can't make it happen. Back to the Angels. Angels. Jones puts it up for 3, and it's good.
The Angels just cannot miss a shot here at the Panic Gym. They
Even
are feeling
coming
it tonight.
Even coming off of the bench, they are still dominating by 22 points. And another turnover.
That's just
That
great.
ball
hands by
goes
the
up.
defense there.
A tough play to make.
And the Angels reset.
And the Angels
back to Ajane over to.
That ball's out to
1A.
Gutierrez, who puts it up for 3, and it's good. Nothing but net. The Angels from three-point land have just been unstoppable
And
today.
it's not just one person; it's the whole team. Anybody who takes the shot just is not missing. They're getting open looks and they're taking advantage. 2 more subs in for the Angels. That's number 2, Michael Lamery, and number 35 does not appear on our roster. Must be a swing player called up.
Once again for the Vikings, not the Angels. And another turnover. That ball is out. It's put up, and it's good. Nothing but net. Once again, the Angels dominating this game.
No, it's a great turnover, and then as soon as the ball's stolen, their Angels already have a player far up ahead waiting for that easy pass, and they're finding it just about every time down the court.
Angels dominating both sides of the boards. And now we'll see a jump ball. Possession goes to the Vikings.
Michael Lamery with the inbound. And a foul called. Who is that one on? That foul is on Hallie Jones. That's her first. And she can't believe it. She has a dumbfounded expression on her face.
Well, when you look at that, that was a that call could have gone either way. But the Vikings haven't been too great from the free throw line this year, so. But
knocked down the first.
it looks like Hernandez looks to break that stereotype. Not a lot of fouls called. In fact, that was the first of the game so far with only 40 seconds left to go. And it looks like the Angels will bring it up, and they will dish it out to Gutierrez, who puts up another 3. She finally misses, and it's back for the Vikings. Oh, but it comes back for Johnson. Johnson out to Jones. Johnson with a beautiful look. Nothing doing. to Gutierrez with another three, and this time she buries it.
That is unbelievable. I have
The
never
ball
seen three-point shooting like this.
Is out for the Vikings. They have not been doing anything in this first quarter. 32-3 the score at the end of the first 8 minutes. We'll be right back after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
And we're back. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Harry Forbes.
I'm David Lehman Miller.
And we're here bringing you the Denver East High girls basketball team versus the Denver North basketball team. And right from the get-go, the Vikings are playing angry. A quick two are put up by Saria.
It's interesting. The Angels, only 4 minutes into that first quarter, made a complete wholesale substitution. Another three. Wow. Michelle Cox knocking down another one. That is incredible. But I was going to say the Angels, early in that first quarter, a wholesale substitution, bringing in all their backups. And then to start the second quarter, all the starters are back out there again.
Starters with a fresh pair of legs. Another foul called on the Angels. They have to be quick. They don't want to get into the bonus too quickly right now. The Vikings playing pretty angry right now. And another jump ball. This time, possession will go to the Vikings.
Every possession down, the East Angels are reaching and fighting and scrapping for that ball. They're not letting anything be easy for the Angels, and there it is again.
Once again, Taylor puts it up. And another easy two on the fast break.
So far for the Angels, it's been all layups and easy three-pointers. Really no tough looks, no long possessions. They're finding their look early and they're knocking them down.
Angels once again using their size to dominate the smaller North team.
I think that was an infraction for a warning for, I think it was reaching over the line during the inbounds pass.
Once again, the Angels are the better team right now on paper. And in the rankings, they're ranked number 5th right now. And the Vikings, you won't see their name until the 280s. However, it could be dumb mistakes like that turnover right there that brings the Angels down. All right, Molef.
And there it is again. The Vikings just leave the ball out, and the Angels' hands are right there.
But Saria making sure that doesn't happen again. Their coach must have said something at quarter because only 2 Angel points have been scored. Puts it up in the paint, no good. But Franny Sally in the paint puts it up for an easy two, taking advantage of her height with the offensive rebound.
It's got to be nice when you're a head taller than any defender out there and you can just use that size and just reach up and grab the boards.
Not a lot of field goals taken by the Vikings and less still made by the Vikings. A nice try there to draw the foul by Cox. No such luck. But a deep three, and Franny Sally will put it up for another two. This looks like a drill out there, David.
The Vikings had position on her there, and she just uses those long arms and reaches over and snatches the ball from him. It's pretty incredible to watch.
Oh, Franny Sally with a swat
And you could see that coming as soon as the drive started. You could see the height difference, and you could see Franny's
Oh
eyes
my
get big.
goodness.
That was something special there.
There's one of her 2 average block shots per game. Hey, that was the first one. I can't wait for the second one, David.
Yeah.
Taylor taking the ball up. Goes out for 3. No such luck. But back out. Up top to Calhoun. Who goes back to Cox. Cox with the off-balance shot. A beautiful three-pointer. The Angels on fire from three-point range today.
That was really the first one that hasn't been a complete open look, and it didn't matter. They knock it down anyway.
And the Angels looking like they're bringing another wholesale substitution after another beautiful look from Cox. The Angels can do no wrong here in the second quarter.
You know, it's interesting. When that steal was made, the players were exactly even. They're all at half court, and the Angels just won the race down to the basket. They're just outrunning and physically dominating the Vikings at this point.
Lamori showing why she is a captain, only as a sophomore. Going back out. Lamori trying to drive against a bigger team. Draws the foul. A nice effort by Mika Lamori, the sophomore captain.
The foul was on Franny, but it really could have been called on either one of them. They both hit her pretty hard, and she'll get 2.
Looking to cut into this deficit. And the Angels with, you guessed it, another wholesale substitution. The entire team coming off the bench. You know, David, it's like the Angels have 2 teams. You know, because both teams are very physical, very big, good shooters.
And it's interesting. It's almost like hockey substitutions at this point. Entire different lines as opposed to switching out one player at a time. And so far it's working. It's hard to argue with the results. The Angels up 39 here with 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Lamori turning 2 and a beautiful crossover move. Hallie Jones with the 3-0 off the backboard. That'll be tough.
Smile on her face. She knows she missed that one.
Jones with the jump ball, and that possession will go to the Angels.
You gotta love that. She puts up a shot, she misses it, she hustles back and gets the turnover. 5 seconds after she misses the shot, she wins the ball back.
And the Angels looking to increase this lead. Cecilia Wolf with a beautiful pass inside, and it's up for 2. The Angels looking dominant from three-point range, from the paint. I don't know where there's a place that they're not winning, David.
On that last one, it looked like the Vikings were trying to press a little bit, trying to switch things up, and it just left down low, wide open.
Only one shot from the field has been made by the Vikings. Just one. And even that, it was an easy layup.
There's another example of the physicality. A lot of free balls in that, and the Angels just beat them out. They won the ball.
The Angels are tougher, and the Angels are bigger. Cecilia Wolf trying to draw another charge.
Just didn't quite get moved in time there.
I think she's overdoing it at this point. Substitution here.
Number 15, Savannah Mendoza checking into the game.
Mendoza looking to breathe some life into this sluggish North team. Shots up for the 1-and-1, and it is not made. That ball's out to Johnson, who drives all the way, doesn't draw the foul. Amazing, they only got all ball.
That one sure looked like a foul to me.
That ball, blue ball, that's a very questionable call there. I don't agree with that. But
Angels obviously didn't think so.
That is no area of my expertise. The referees shooting us some dirty looks.
We'll have to be
but the Angels continue to dominate. Jones back out to Johnson, who draws the quick foul. She'll shoot 2. David, what could the Vikings be doing better right now? What could they take advantage of with.
I really think the biggest thing is they have to get back on defense. The Angels are just outrunning them right now, and that was another example. Micah Lamry just had to take the foul because there was nobody else back for help. There was no help defense. They got to get back on defense. They got to slow the Angels down. That's really the first step, is slow the game down.
And she makes one of the 2 shots. Looking like the only thing that the Vikings are beating the Angels on today are the free throws. But I'm sure the Angels would rather have their lead than Lamry trying to shoot 3 and a bad miss.
Vikings are trying to force it a little bit, you could see with that shot. They must not have any confidence in their ability to pass the ball around without it getting turned over, and they're just starting to put up
Well,
shots.
it's hard when the subs are twice as tall as everyone. Put up, and an easy 2 for Johnson again, driving in the paint,
It's a nice
making
move there.
something happen.
Just the quickness to get into the lane. Impressive energy, impressive explosiveness.
Puts the ball up, no such luck. Cecilia Wolf driving for that rebound. She gets it. No jump ball here. That ball's coming up the court. Ball is up for Wolf with the offensive board.
Boy, looked like a foul there.
And Haley Jones calling with the foul called.
The foul on Ariana Ornelas.
She'll shoot 2. Oh, no, she won't. She'll inbound it. Apologies. Ball's put up to Wolf again. Not a lot going on here for the Vikings team. And an beautiful and one by Johnson. She looks to be the leader of this second squad.
She's just the fastest player on the court, just blowing by everybody on the Angels and the North. Her speed is really impressive right now.
A really tough game here for the Vikings. Down 49 points.
The Angels back into the zone defense. They had this early in the game and then have played man for the majority. There's another example of the Angels just fighting for the ball and winning possession.
Lamry trying to draw the foul, trying to make something happen. Possession will go to her.
Nice defense there by Ajane.
Ball is inbounded, trying to put the ball up. Not a lot of luck. The Angels are just a bigger and stronger team.
You know, that was one shot where it looked like they had a little bit of an opening and just not able to knock it down. If the North Vikings want to do anything in this game, they're going to have to start making those type of shots.
Only 30 seconds left here.
Looks like the Angels are holding it for the last shot. .20 on the clock.
Ball's going back and forth. Trying to hold for the last shot.
And it looks like the Vikings are content
10
to
seconds
let them do
left.
that.
Back to Jones. Puts it up. Trying to kill time right here. Jones with the buzzer beater. Doesn't make it. But at the end of the second period, Angels 56, North Vikings 7.
One interesting thing to note, the Vikings coach, Pierre French, keeps yelling at his players to stop ball. When the Angels are in transition, they're trying to stop the ball. And as soon as the player goes to the ball, the Angels are able to find that open person. And the Angels really are just outnumbering the Vikings in transition. The Vikings have to be able to get back on defense.
Thank you. We'll be right back. After these messages.
I go hard in the paint. I go hard. Yes, I go hard. I go hard in the paint. I go hard. I go hard in the paint.
Yes, I try to go hard in the paint every game, and I try to make consistency.
I definitely go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint.
Paint.
I go hard in the paint.
You go hard in the paint?
Yes, of course.
You go hard in the paint?
Oh yeah. I go hard in the motherfucking paint.
I go hard in the paint. Leave you stankin'. What the thinking? I won't die for my label. What I talk about? Throwing yard, broad day with the. See Gucci, you can call him Red Bro. I hang in the jail with no heads going boys. Walk a block of plain wood. Riding real slow, Benny coming mine. Got a main, got a mistress. A couple of.
Was a year or 2 years ago?
Yes, absolutely. We're a lot closer, and we have grown a lot. I mean, we've had pretty much the same team for 3 years, so.
What are your expectations for the year?
I'm expecting to win state because we control the paint, so honestly, we control the game.
Is the team better than last year's team? Or
I think so.
What's different?
I think we just have a lot of experience. There's a lot of seniors. I think there's 9 juniors. So everyone's had some experience, and we kind of went. Last year was kind of like everybody learned how to be on varsity, and then this year it's been like just improve. That makes sense.
Yeah. What are your expectations for the year?
My expectations are that we work as a team to get to state and hopefully win state.
What are your expectations for the year?
To go undefeated and win state.
Is the team better than it was a year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, some of us has played with each other since 4th grade. Some of us just 3 years ago, so pretty close.
State title or bust?
State title.
Do you go hard in the paint?
I go hard in the paint.
My expectations this year is to help my team do anything and everything we can to be successful.
Which players are you most excited about?
My whole team.
The whole team?
We have 8 seniors. Every young lady on the team can play basketball. It's a good group of young ladies, and we're excited about this year, and we're going to dominate.
What are your expectations for the season?
Our expectations for the season is to represent East High School in a positive manner. We're going to excel in the classroom, we're going to excel on the court, and we're going to excel in the community.
I won't die for my label. What I talk about.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot. Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
I go hard in the paint. Leave you stankin'. What the thinking? I won't.
And we're back at Panic Gym in Denver, Colorado, here for the second half of the game against the Denver East High School girls basketball team, the Angels, versus the North Vikings.
And it'll be interesting to see how the Angels, under the direction of Barry, decide to handle the second half. When you're up by 49 at the half, you know, it's really it's a delicate balance on how you're going to decide to play the second half. On one hand, it's rude to completely push it and run up the score. On the other hand, to just completely lay back, that's almost insulting on the other end of the spectrum. But it looks like all the starters are out there to start the second half. So we'll see how it goes.
Now the Vikings have heart, so, you know, shouldn't rule out a comeback yet. So Denver East definitely needs to stay out of foul trouble. They need to make sure they're capitalizing on all turnovers. And lastly, we need to look at home field advantage. More people are filtering in, and they need to capitalize on that.
The Angels in a 2-3 zone here. They've been either man-to-man or in a 1-2-2 zone for most of the game.
Another takeaway by the Angels. That one was by Calhoun.
And it looks like the Angels are not going to try to run up the score. We're seeing the same passing that we saw at the end of the first half. Just a lot of ball movement, but really nothing towards the basket.
A three ball put up by Cox. Another three-pointer by Cox. Another. She is on fire from three-point land today. She is putting in work. Ball's coming back, making movements, and that ball is up. Not quite, but a good attempt by the Vikings.
She felt the presence of Sally there. Even when Sally's not getting the block, she's still affecting the shots. Just her presence really changes the game.
Taylor, the junior, in my chemistry class. The ball goes up for number 50. No such luck, and the Vikings will take it. The Angels.
Like a foul there, but when you're up by 51, probably not going to get too many calls.
The Angels playing a lot less aggressively.
Yeah, they're not going for the same steals that we saw early in the game.
We're looking at the Angels kind of drawing back. A very noble thing to do, if you ask me. Playing a very classy game.
And really in terms of strategy, probably not, oh, well, there to prove us wrong. But in terms of strategy, probably not that bad an idea either. The Vikings really haven't proven their outside shot and make them put it up. You know, they've been trying to get inside, and the Angels have done a good job stopping that too, but see if they have an outside game.
Ball goes up, put up, no such luck. And a rare defensive rebound for the Vikings. Vikings got to make sure they get back on offense. That ball is put up from three-point land, and it's good. A beautiful shot from Molif.
Well, there's that outside game I was talking about. I said the Angels should see if they have one, and at least on that example they do, knocking down the three.
Ball goes up from Cox, and the ball is back for the Vikings. The Vikings got to make sure they're sprinting to get on offense. They could have had a fast break there, and no such luck, but a nice steal from number 25, Machado. Another nice shot from the outside by Molif.
Looks like the Vikings are starting to realize what the Angels are giving them, and they're starting to try to go for those outside shots and not try to force the ball inside. They almost wonder if Coach Barry made some kind of deal where the Angels could only take a shot after a certain number of passes, because every time down it's at least 10 touches on the ball before the shot goes up. And here we are 4 minutes into the quarter again, and it looks like that second unit right on cue is ready to check back in.
It looks to be halfway through the quarter. It's the tale of two teams, really, but the two teams play pretty similar ball. Molive trying to put the ball up. Not a huge showing from Ornelias or Hernandez, the other two North captains. But the other East squad coming off the bench.
Interesting defense here for the Vikings, running a full court press zone defense.
Hey, when you're down by 49, anything's worth trying. Trying to drive it. Trying to make something happen. Vikings really stepping up their defense here. Ball's out to Cecilia Wolf, who loses the ball. It's going the other way.
Jones maybe forced that pass a little bit, but it sure looked like it was off a North defender. But at this point in the game, really not going to argue with the calls. Full timeout here for the Vikings. We'll be back in a minute.
He's going to talk to his team.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
Inbound here, and the Vikings will take the ball up.
Angels back into that 1-2-2 zone we saw earlier in the game. A little less aggressive this second time around, though.
Trying to make something happen. Number 12 with a lot of heart, I gotta say. Padilla.
Yeah, really trying to get physical against Jones there. Maybe had enough of getting pushed around, trying to do some pushing back of her own. There's another example of the Angels' height just taking charge. They're just so much taller than the Vikings.
These types of games just really pretty troubling for everyone, but the Vikings pushing on. Hernandez back in.
Looks like Ajane Johnson maybe didn't quite get the memo about taking it slow. She seems to be really pushing, looking for the steal, drive into the hole early in the possession. Maybe this whole second unit didn't quite get that memo.
And here by Aguilar. Ball's in cleanly. She puts the ball up. No such luck. Close, and the East with the fast break. Johnson losing the ball. But
that was a nice run into the lane there by Mary Segura on the last possession. But once again, you just see the Angels' height. She just doesn't have the confidence to take it all the way to the hole against these taller players, so she goes for the floater instead. Almost knocked it down, but it really speaks to the confidence of the Northern players when they just don't quite feel comfortable taking it all the way into the hole.
Another steal. Ball's put up. An and one for Johnson. A very, very nice play. Breaking the 60 mark. The Angels now up by 51.
It's a nice shot there. It looked like she almost baited the defender into fouling her and then was able to power through it and put it up and in.
Ajane Johnson looking to make it 62. And she does.
That's a good looking shot.
The Angels have been solid from the foul line. A nice drive. A good shot, and she puts it up for two. Segura with a nice drive and a nice shot. Could have drawn a foul there. And the ball is put up for another easy two for the Angels.
That's just too easy right there. Wide open cutter right down the lane. One minute left in the quarter here.
Gutierrez gets fouled pretty hardly.
Just whacked there by Padilla.
A minute left.
She doesn't look too happy right now.
No. Minute left in the quarter. Angels will probably maintain possession or put up the ball and send it right back for the Vikings. The Vikings have got to get up there on offense. Segura, another shot.
Segura is really trying to take over this game right now for the Vikings. Really the only player who's really trying to push into the lane and drive into the lane. And she's taken the shot the last 3 times down the court.
Cecilia Wolf trying to make something happen in the paint. Nothing doing there. Bringing it around. Trying to set a pick, number 12. Padilla.
That's a tough call on Gutierrez, just trying to fight through the pick. They called a little bump. It was probably there, but that's a tough position when you're trying to fight through the pick.
5 seconds left in the quarter. The Vikings will fight for the last shot. Puts it up. And it's no good. At the end of the third quarter, 64-12. The Angels with a dominating lead. We'll be right back after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot. Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
So they're all going to look to make a statement early.
And we're back. A blowout here in Canada Gym as we start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes left, 64-12. And the Angels not wasting any time, coming out with a drive. Not very good there, but Johnson trying to keep the ball in. An interesting thing that they didn't do here is they kept the same squad in from the last quarter.
Yep, the first quarter where we see the second unit started off. Really no reason for the first unit to come back out when you're up by 52 points in the fourth quarter.
Dominating and the Vikings trying to make something happen, but clearly overpowered by the Angels.
No, it's interesting. The Vikings are the team that are down right now, and they just can't get anything in. Everything is good 5 feet beyond the perimeter. They just can't get any sort of penetration at all.
They can't just get the ball into the key, even into 3-point range.
There it is. But at least you saw a little bit of penetration there.
And we're back. At least my voice is. Technical difficulties there. A lot of apologies on that front. And a hand check called. Coming in right now, number 3, Michelle Cox. Michelle Cox on fire from the three-point range. Absolutely on fire.
So this is the first time in the game where we've seen any sort of mixing between the two units. I have to say I'm not exactly sure what that's about. I guess maybe just a little rest for that second unit.
Maybe trying to get some playing time in for the starters who didn't have enough happen.
Just keep them fresh.
Shot goes up, back out, and a sort of swat by Segura.
She was having none of that, rejected it with authority.
Put up by the Angels, no good. A big surprise, and the ball will remain Angel.
Segura cannot believe that call against her. That was on number 11, Mary Segura.
Cecilia Wolf putting another easy 2 up in the paint. Her and Franny Sally have just been out of control, dominating the paint.
The smaller Viking players just can't compete.
Vikings trying to stage some sort of a comeback. The ball's going up. It's no good. And out of bounds. Coming into the game, number 20, Variable, one of the leading scorers for the Vikings. And she'll look to make something happen. That ball's up for 3, and it's an air ball.
Looked like Lyric got a piece of that ball.
Jump ball here. The Vikings trying to fight with everything they have. And it's right back out. While at the beginning of the half, the Angels looked to be playing sort of more safe, kind of courteous ball. In this fourth quarter, they've really been ruthless.
Yeah, maybe not quite the energy that we saw at the very beginning of the game, but you're right, they're definitely playing different ball than we saw at the beginning. They're really taking it to the Vikings a little bit more than maybe you would expect.
Vikings playing a man-to-man game. And it's very tough for the Angels. Another easy shot put up. Kick back out to Cox. Cox could go for a shot, or she could dish it out. A beautiful play, making a big, big splash is the 0-0. Number 3 out to number 11. 11 will put it up from the free throw line, and it's no good.
She really seems to be the only one willing to take a shot and try to make something happen for the Vikings.
Cox trying to put it up to Wolf. Wolf will put it up for an easy 2. The Angels wasting no time getting the ball into the paint and keeping it there.
This is on pace to be the biggest margin of victory for the Angels this year. Yesterday they beat Overland 73-24, up 70-12 here.
The Angels were recently named top 5 in the state by the Denver Post, and they're looking to definitely keep that
They look like a top 5
ranking
team tonight.
Oh,
No
yes, they
question
do.
about that.
In fact, they look like 2 top 5 teams.
Yeah, both units playing incredible high-level basketball tonight. Another timeout by the Vikings.
Vikings coach trying to give some hope to his team here. We'll take a quick timeout here for station identification here on EA Live. And we are back here in Panic Gym. One of the biggest blowouts in Angels history, 72-12. The Lady Angels demolishing the North High School girls basketball team, the Vikings.
You know, when you see the score and you see the 60-point margin, it's easy to criticize the Angels for running up the score, but really, you know, they've taken their foot off the gas at least a little bit here. The score could be a lot more lopsided if they wanted it to be.
The scoreboard losing power. Goodness.
Like some of the boys players for the North Vikings funneling in here towards the bench tripped the wire right behind us.
Obviously not on purpose, and it's right back on. Play will resume here as the Angels will take the ball out. Substitution here coming into the game is Gutierrez. And Cox will take a seat. Only 4 minutes remaining here, and the Angels are just... Oh, another to Wolf. Wolf here with countless dishes inside. It's Wolf on the inside, and Franny on the inside, and Cox on the outside, and Gutierrez driving, and Johnson driving. This is a real state contender team, if you ask me.
They have so many weapons that can hurt you. It's not just one style of play. They've got the inside game, they've got the outside game, they have the defense. Early in this game, the defense was unbelievable for the Angels.
If you ask me, they're really looking like a serious state contender.
Yeah, it's always a little bit hard to tell in games like this, but they're looking pretty unbeatable. They're looking really, really sharp tonight. Very few mistakes, very few turnovers.
And a foul called here. It's called on number 12.
That's Padilla again. She does not look happy. I think that's her third, and she's been feisty. She's been pushing back a little bit.
Well, Padilla's trying to play hard. She's got a lot of heart.
She does not look too happy out there. A little frustrated, probably.
Well, I would be too. Wolf getting sandwiched here, double teamed.
Boy, Lyric was just left wide open there. Decided not to take the outside shot.
Ball goes right back out to Gutierrez. I'm wondering why Calhoun doesn't just take the shot. She's great on the outside. And I think that's why right there. Oh! An awful, I don't know who that was on. That was one, that's a foul right there on the Angels. Just crazy madness here. The last thing the Angels need is foul trouble.
Looks like Lyric was taking some heat from the bench for that one. It didn't look like anything intentional, just hard basketball, and the collision happened.
35 driving, no such luck. Gets the offensive board, puts it up once again, no such luck, and that rebound is won by the Angels. 2 minutes to go here in the game. Really, really tough. And another shot's put up. Calhoun puts up a three.
I think she was just chugging it off the backboard to see what would happen. And she couldn't believe it when it.
She couldn't believe that he made it. She had a face that was looking like, I did that? And Wolf with the rebound, finally making a play after being double teamed for half the quarter.
Well, I'm not sure I've ever seen something quite like that shot by Lyric. It went in and she just looked absolutely shocked.
The Angels here with 1:51 remaining in a blowout. 64 points. We'll take a timeout right here. And we'll be back on EA Live, the official network of the East High Angels.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense.
And we're back in Panic Gym in Denver at East High School in Denver, Colorado, where in one of the most lopsided victories in this season, at least.
The most lopsided victory of the season.
Over 64 points, the Angels are up on the visiting North High School Vikings. The Angels going wild off the bench, I think, putting the ball up, missing a bunch of shots, and a hard foul, it looks like. Maybe trying to draw the charge, but it looks like something's going on there on the court. Tensions are high, but it looks like 11 will stay on the ground.
That's Mary Segura. I couldn't quite see what happened, but she looks like she's in pain. She is down. She's holding her back. It doesn't look too good.
Well, tensions are running high here. I mean, it's a high-scoring game. The Vikings are disappointed, and, you know, the Angels are feeling good.
Yeah, not really sure what was going on with all the excitement down there, but this doesn't look too good here. The trainer's looking at her. The coach is looking at her. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back once this is all figured out.
And we are back in Panic Gym, Denver East High School, where the Angels are wrapping up a humongous victory over the visiting North High School Vikings. After a hard foul, they will resume play.
Segura was able to get up and walk off the court under her own power, but you really hate to see something like that happen in a game like this. The game, it's over, you know, only a minute 30 left. Really no reason for something like that to happen.
At this point, ball's up, and a beautiful three from 35 trying to erase a deficit, save a little face.
Make that a 2, her toe is on the line.
The Angels just flailing the ball up, hoping to catch rebounds. It's really, really a shame. She draws the foul. At this point, the Angels want the game to end. The Vikings, of course, want the game to end. And she'll shoot 2. You can't do that there, David. You can't foul when there's 56 seconds left to go and you're up by what, 62? And she makes the first. Ball's put up by Cecilia Wolf.
It looks like the Angels are intentionally missing shots so that they can get...
Cecilia Wolf has a double-double on the night.
It's like the last couple times down, the Angels have been intentionally missing shots. It looks like to ensure the double-double there for Wolf.
And it looks like that's the reason for the Angels going wild there on the sideline is Cecilia Wolf's double-double coming off the bench. I mean, the dominance of the Angels tonight. Off the bench, the 2 squads, the 3-point shooting in the paint. The Angels they can do no wrong tonight.
And let's not forget the defense. We haven't really seen it late once they've slowed the game down. But early on, those hands were just getting turnovers just about every time down the court. That could really come in big later in the season.
2 seconds left. And that's the game, folks. 77-14. The Angels demolish the Vikings by 63 points. The Vikings, you got to admit, played with a lot of heart. Cecilia Wolf with a double-double tonight. Franny, Sally with a beautiful block, and the Angels with a wonderful win. Looking like a state contender, if you ask me.
I would agree with that.
All right, well, that's it for us right now. We'll be back for the Denver East High School boys against the North High School boys. Stay tuned.